Dear Andresa, I'm pleased to welcome you to the International ORP Exclusive Executive Interview Series 2025. We are so excited to have you with us today.
Thank you. I'm pleased to be here.
Thank you so much. This year is so special for us as we celebrate 25 years of the International ORP Foundation in Cartagena de Indias, Colombia. So let's get started. And before that, I will take a brief moment to introduce you to our audience. Does it sound great?
Perfect.
Amazing. So, Andresa Hernandes is a global vice president of safety at Siemens. With a career that bridges global strategy and frontline safety innovation, Andresa plays a key role in shaping the culture of prevention in one of the world's most advanced industrial companies. Andresa, does everything sound correct?
Sounds perfect. It quite seems looks simple, but is a big challenge.
Great. So, before we start with the questions, let's give a quick roadmap to the audience of what's ahead. So we will start by exploring Siemens' latest strategies in workplace safety. Then we will talk tech. After that, we will cover how Siemens have the long-term vision for health and safety. And finally, we will wrap up by discussing the role of collaboration. Shall we begin?
Let's go.
Great. Andresa, as Global Vice President of Safety at Siemens, what are the latest strategies and initiatives you have implemented to enhance workplace safety at Siemens?
That's a great question. So we had put this year in 2025 our what I call 5 years strategy, but we can debate if a strategy in this pace of change that we are living is really a strategy. But I would say is our vision to 2030. Yeah. And in this take into consideration that I would call three major blockers. Yeah. One is adaptive. Our strategy look to be in 2030 as adaptive in terms of have a support, sustainable and resilient organization because of all the changes around us, able to adapt to local, but also to global challenge. Yeah, I think we went a lot about globalization, but I think also the localization is pretty much important when it comes from health and safety perspective. Our strategy also in the pillar of adaptive look to the strategic foresight and how we can safeguard our people health, safety, and also well-being in this transformation. Because I do believe that our people health, safe, and the well-being is key for thriving in this transformation in the world that we are living. The second one in our strategy is empowered people. Empowered people to make the difference on health, safety, well-being. It's about enhance the capability to cope with all this change and the pace of this change, is work together with the ecosystem. And we are talking about the people at the shop floor, the people in the leadership, all the partners, also our customers, our contractors, our suppliers, and create an environment where everybody can perform at their best, having a safe and also health working conditions. The third part, I would say that is the super interest one, that is the data and the technology driven. Because when we integrate health and safety and people, also with people data, we can harness technology to inform the people, to optimize the decision maker, because decisions in health and safety happen every day in every level in our organization. And Siemens, we are a technological company that combine the digital world with the real world. But if you look to how we translate these into our people, we have 300,000 employees globally. And only EHS professionals, we have 1,400 people operating, working across the globe. So it's pretty much important that this data and technology driven, that we integrate health and safety data and people data in the decision-making process, because then we can really enable a transformation based on I would say, put people in the center of what we do. Also, when we embed technology in this, of course, for everything of this blocks that I mentioned to you, we have design initiatives that enable our whole organization to bring this strategy, bring this vision into actions, because a vision, a strategy is nothing if you don't have actions, if you don't have people work with that in the daily life. So if we look, for example, on the technology, we create a learning path for our EHS professionals, so environmental health and safety professionals, where they could really learn about the technology that are there and how to apply this in their daily life. Yeah, it's in while we did that, we also create a space for experimentation. So we are playing with large language models to, for example, cluster incidents. Yeah, it is electrical safety incidents, is work at high incidents, in a way that you don't need the human to do this, but you use technology. And then we as professionals can use our time for other more relevant topics. So those would be our latest strategy, very fresh. Yeah, it's starting 2025. And with some example of our activities.
It's such an inspiring approach. And
Thank
building
you.
up on your response, how do you engage employees on the ground to actively participate in shaping and sustaining Siemens safety culture?
Through conversation, yeah. When we say about one pillar at Mensa, one block is this empowered people. We do have in our Healthy and Safe at Siemens program, we work at the locations and we work with the people at the location. So remember when I mentioned a little bit about how important the localization. So the engagement with the people is at the local, at the site where their reality is there. It's where they can really translate this big strategy into meaningful actions. So it's through conversation, it's through initiative, it's through our Health and Safe at Siemens program.
Such a valuable takeaway. Thank you so much. As we move on, let's zoom in on digital transformation. Andresa, Siemens is at the forefront of innovation. How do you see emerging technologies, such as artificial intelligence, shaping the future of occupational safety?
I mean, emerging technologies, particularly AI, is touching every single, I would say, aspects of our life, right? From the things that we are consuming online to our booking systems to everything around us. So, and I think it's also, as you mentioned, it's really changed the workplace, because imagine that now we can use technology like enabling real-time hazard detection. Yeah, we can put data together and look to predictive risk assessment, that we can anticipate situations that maybe as a human being we would miss. Yeah, imagine that we can automate compliances. As I mentioned, for example, this large language model where we can cluster. Before was done by technical people, but they can also be more focused on doing something more meaningful. So what I see with the technology, and of course I'm coming from a tech company, and I'm super curious about technology. I like to do experimentation, create an environment where people can really try. And also, if it doesn't work, that's fine. At least we try something and said, oh, this does not work for us, and we learn out of that. So look at the opportunities that AI-powered safety analytics brings to us, that we can use to analyze a gazillion data inputs. Computer vision that help us and minimize the effort for ergonomic assessments, for example, or digital twins that we can simulate situations without put anybody in risk. So it's so many opportunities that we can see. But of course, it's not that everything is perfect, right? With these opportunities also come some challenges. And I think one is knowledge in how to use, understand technology and how to apply technology, but also there are concerns about data privacy. Yeah, I think this is one of the major concerns that I hear from people, especially from health and safety professionals, about how to integrate technology in existing systems, or how to ensure that our workforce is accepting that. Yeah, and for me, this is only possible if we put people at the center and have the center. But it's not technology by the sake of technology, but rather technology with purpose. Yeah, technology with the purpose of having a health and safe environment for people to work.
Technology with purpose. Cannot
Yeah.
agree more. And as we speak about modern technologies, is there any particular one you find particularly promising?
Such a difficult question. I do see, I'm really looking forward to have agent AI that could help us with better communication, prepare things for our kind of chat box for our leaders. I think this will advance a lot the communication and the customization of information from some of our leaders. But I mean, we have so much there in a lot of promising ones. So computer vision for us, AI, as I said, natural language programming for training, yeah, extended reality, where you can really have this interaction, more live experience, or that you can also connect people and support them remotely. I mean, yeah, I don't see one that I would say, oh, this is promise. I think we have a bunch of that we can use, and maybe something that will not be promising for my type of operation will be for somebody else. So I think it depends a lot in your environment, depends a lot of what you want to achieve. But one common part is, doesn't matter what we develop, doesn't matter what we apply, we need to put and keep our people at the core, because they are the reasons that we work there, that they are healthy and safe when they are back home. And therefore, I would say, it's a must that everything that we design or we experiment, we put our people at the core, at the center. It's human centricity approach for every technology that we deploy.
For sure. And the possibilities are endless with the new technologies. So,
Indeed.
looking ahead, what would you consider Siemens' most significant goal for improving workplace health and safety?
Our goal is to continue fostering a sustainable and a resilient organization that make always the priority for our people, health and safety and well-being. By, as I mentioned before, to having a comprehensive people management. And when I say people management, it's not about controlling people, but it's put people at the core, put people at the center, and the things around the people. Is use, is an innovative use of the data and technology, and of course with this localized approach, because our goal is to create to everybody the best work conditions to empower our people and to collaborate closely with our ecosystem, with our partners, that we can achieve operational excellence and long-term success, because as a successful company is a company for sure that is successful with its people in terms of keeping them health, safe, and with a strong well-being.
Such a holistic approach. And now, to tie it all together, let's take a look at the power of collaboration. So, as we have said, today we're celebrating our 25 years of the International ORP Foundation. And what would you like the upcoming 25th anniversary to achieve in driving global progress in occupational health and safety?
First of all, congratulations in this 25th anniversary. I think it's an amazing milestone. And of course, as you said, this provides us an opportunity. And I believe that work in health and safety, it's endless work, yeah. And the most important, I think, I will use what you mentioned before, collaboration, yeah. In this 25th anniversary is an opportunity to celebrate this, is strengthening the collaboration, bring people together, industry leaders, policymakers, safety professions that can exchange in best practice and can really drive the upcoming actions, having also an opportunity to accelerate the digital safety transformation, looking like how can we showcase innovative safety technology and their impact in the workplace all over the globe. But also it's important to raise awareness on risks, emerging risks. Yeah, so it's not everything is beautiful, perfect. We know that we need also together in this opportunity to address those new challenges. And here we are talking about isolation of workers that are working remotely for most of the time. It's really looking to a sustainable workforce health. So it's identify those risks that technology also brings, the pace of the transformation. And here we can talk about, for example, the mental well-being. It's really raise awareness on those risks and work together and commit to actionable goals that we can establish, for example, measure objectives to improve the safety part, but also the regulatory framework. Yeah. So I think a group of with a strength or a strong global collaboration would bring this. So fostering, of course, open dialogue, fostering innovation. So I'm pretty sure that this 25th anniversary, this is a milestone that can really help us to advance even more on health and safety for the next 25 years.
Thank you so much for such a kind words and for sharing your perspective. And building up on this, what do you think? How can we ensure the momentum from events like this afterwards?
I think the commitment, if we can, in the event like this, have joint commitment in actionable goals and drive really action. And this is the reason that I said actionable goals, because sometimes we have goals, they are nice, but they are so far away. So I think the commitment to actionable goals and establishing really measurable objectives to improve health and safety would be a way also to continue to keep the momentum and drive the topic forward.
For sure, could not agree more. And before we close, is there any advice you would like to leave with our audience?
Be curious. My advice would be curious. Don't be afraid to do mistakes, yeah, but learn out of that. And curiosity leads us to different places, maybe it's unknown ones. So you have to have the resilience also to learn from our mistakes and move on. But especially in the world that we are living, I think curiosity and is what I take for myself and challenge myself every day. This, if I would give an advice, would be this one.
Such a bold,
Don't be too comfortable, yeah, in your shoes.
it is super important.
Yeah, I
Andresa,
mean, thanks so much for the opportunity.
thank you so much, and thanks to our audience for joining us today.
It's a pleasure.